Good morning, art buddies. Okay, I said I was going to be late, but now I'm early. I didn't think I'd be ready in time because I overslept but here I am. And a couple of you are already in here. So I'm just going to come on and just start chatting because I've got a few minutes left until, let's see, what time is it? Oh, yeah, a few minutes left. So we've got Jacqueline in already, and there's Peggy. Good morning, girls. And there's Dar. Good morning, Dar. How are you? Nice to see you. So, as usual, I am a little over the top with Jane F. Hankins and her imaginary world. I don't know if I don't know how I got turned on to her. I don't know. Hey Shannon, good morning. Shannon, this is early for you. Aren't you up early? Sherry Van, good morning. You slept late. It felt good. I'm usually awake. Okay. If you're here as a replayer, just fast forward. You don't want to hear any of this jazz, I'm sure. I'm usually awake at 4 o'clock to go to the loo, but I forgot to set my alarm. And I really wasn't, I think I got 7 or 8 hours last night, which is unusual for me because I'm usually interrupted by having to go to the loo. Um, but then I kind of opened my eyes a little around 7:30, but of course my brain didn't kick in that it was Thursday. So I just went back to sleep, and then 8:30 I'm like, it's Thursday. Anyway, so here I am. It's rainy, it's dreary. It doesn't feel that cold today to me, but I thought, well, I just haven't colored in a while. I feel like coloring. I feel like coloring. So I thought I would pull out my Jane Hankins. Now, her books are generally, as you can see, very large. This is 11 by 14. This is my most recent. I got this for Christmas. So, oh my gosh. So Shannon went to bed early. All right, I've got to move this. I'm going to pull up my live on my phone so I can have a better look at chat. So let me just do that. Take a moment. So I'm going to show you the books I have. I don't know that I'm going to show you, I'm not going to walk through all of them because I have too many. Unless somebody requests us to see one in particular. So let's go here. Now, I've wanted the Christmas one for a while, and I didn't purchase it several years ago. So then I looked at it this Christmas. Okay, I didn't even put my teeth in this morning. TMI, TMI. So if I sound a little funny, it's because I don't have any front teeth, and I didn't ask for the Kimberly. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so sound down, phones on. Hubs went out shopping and to do some errands for our neighbor, and he's already gone. So he's called me twice. He's promised he won't call again. So this one, I had a hard time finding it, and then Jane sent it to me, and then she sent me an email like it was her. So I was excited about that. Now this one did not come bound. So this is her 25 days of Christmas gifting from the imaginary world. Now this one I'm working on. A shelf full of watchful elves, always on the lookout for naughty and nice. She's always writes stuff on her pages. This one is still in process. I think I did most of my shading and stuff, but I didn't do anything with the lettering. So this is a garland of singing star babies. And then she does Does anybody know, does Dee Dee have any of her books? I'm not sure. I don't know how I got um, introduced to her or found her. Then she goes through the 12 days of Christmas, a partridge and her pear tree. I was thinking about coloring this one today because of the hearts, and we're in February, but it really is part of the Christmas thing. Turtles, two turtles in love, three French baking hens. I hope you can see them okay. This is four birds calling out greetings. I just love her stuff. Five magical golden rings. Six join geese a laughing out on the beach. Yeah, you can't keep up with the Dee Dee collection, but sometimes you're enabled. So I don't remember how I found Jane Hankins, and so of course Dee Dee comes to mind, but I'm not remembering seeing her coloring any of hers, so I'm not sure. A family of seven swans a swimming. Eight fairy made milkshakes. Nine ladies dancing on a music box. 10 laughing leapfrogs bearing bubbles. Look at the lips. Look at the lip on that guy. 11 pipe toodle horn. Oh, 11 pipe toodle horn. 12 shell drum set for your octopus friend. Jingle bells, cockle shells, bubbles all the way. She's got quite a sense of humor. And then she goes into other things. That was the 12 days. And now we've got a warm, cuddly, comforting kitty sprinkled with pixie dust. A kitty cat opera, celebration of the season, celebrating the season. Mistletoe fairy. Join in the Jingle Bell Jig with Rita May and her extraordinary magical friend, Albert. Festive holiday decorations for the pixies next door. Theodora and Thingdeer, I guess, with her very shiny nose. A friendly wood dragon. He hides in plain sight and can take children on wonderful imaginary journeys. A cheerful group of coloring mushroom gnomes. I love her gnomes. Hey, Connie, good morning. There's Joyce. Good morning, Joyce. I'm looking at my book and I'm not even paying attention to did I miss anybody else? Oh, I hope not. A midwinter ballet. Performance by the Dancing Snow People. Oh, look at this one. A garland display of new holiday decorations for the family living in Mushroom Cottage. And there he is. And now Santa brings 25 more gifts for you to open. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but can you hear that? It's on really, really heavyweight paper. Hi, Mary. Good morning. Well, it's nice to see everybody this morning. All right, so here are some of the other ones I have. This one is smaller, which is kind of unusual because you see all the other ones are big. Let me see if I can get I don't know if I can. Let's see. I don't know if you're curious about this or not. This one is 12 by maybe 9.5 or 10, 12 by 10. Friends from My Imaginary World. Most of these I haven't finished. If I've even started them, say I get tired or get bored and then I don't go back for a little while. See, like I got most of that one done, except for that one little mushroom person. But this is a nice size. If I'm honest, the bigger sizes are really can tend to be a little cumbersome. Got to have a lot of room to work and maneuver them. I don't know. I think I might have done him on a live stream. He looks, I'm remembering doing him. I want to show you a couple of my favorites. And then I have to decide what I'm going to color today. I think I've decided I'm going to use the smaller book. So this one is The Imaginary World of Jane. It says volume 2, but I haven't seen one that says volume 3. I looked earlier today online. This one, I think, was the first one I purchased. So this is a different size. Well, no, it's about the same width. It's not quite as long. This is The Imaginary World of Jane Hankins, a fine art coloring book. Look, aren't they cute? I just love her images. As you can see, I haven't done much in this one. I think the other one is the one I'm going to show you next. I think that was my original because I've got more started. I'm not sure about finished. Aren't they just the cutest? Good morning, Gail. Now, did I bury it while I was okay? So this I think was my original. It doesn't say volume 1, 80 pages, 11 by 14. Oh no, 80 pound, I guess. So it's suitable for framing, and there are 28 images. Some of them are a little intense with a lot of stuff in it. Okay, now I'm getting I think I knocked my mouse. These are the humble bumblebees implore the lily sisterford for few morsels of pollen and a sip of nectar. I tend to get maybe a little bored with the leaves. And then I'm moving on. She's cute, huh? This is one of my favorites. That one I finished. I actually, well, that doesn't have anything in there now that I'm looking at it. But I think I considered this one finished. I like this one too. So I've got a lot more done in this one. Or at least started. I like this one too. I'm not sure if I did this online. Perhaps. Let's see. Oh, look at the vegetables. Even how can I mean, who can make vegetables look cute? Look, vegetables. Look how cute they look. Just acrylic paint, and then on the one I did a stencil. This is just acrylic paint background on this one. This one I did a stencil. Like I did the acrylic paint and then I came back in with a stencil, and then I guess like Jacqueline, thank you, honey. Thank you for my sticker or whatever. I don't even know what it's called. Sticker. My super sticker. Thank you. Um And then it looks like I put some Winka Stella in there. It looks like maybe I did some white because it's not coming off. So I think I did some white paint through my stencil. And then some of the honeycombs, I put some Winka Stella in there. It's got a little bit of a shimmer. But yeah, just acrylic paint. See, and this one's kind of sketchy. I didn't get it on even. So I haven't gone back to address that. But this is just acrylic paint. This was acrylic, and then I just took, gosh, it's hard to remember. I think I just took like my Posca pen and started to make little dots. This was just little squigglies with a Posca. You know, and then once you get started doing something like this, you're like, why did I do that? Now I have to make so many dots. But most of these I'll come back at some point and, finish up. Now I have to remember. I think I was gonna color in the smallest. So I've got my I think this might be a better idea, the smaller one. I've got my Prisma pencils here. That's old school Winka Stella. Winko Stella. I love Winko Stella. All right, I think I was going to do something in here. I think I saw one that I thought maybe I was thinking about her, but then I was thinking, I'm not going to get it finished today because I don't color as fast as some folks we know who can color fast and make it look babaroony. All right, I think I might do this one. All right, let's see. Does anybody have an opinion? Shall I do this frog, Bubbles of Froggy Queen with all her spawn? Or should I do Summer Serenade? Does anybody have a preference or an opinion? I'm going to use my Tim Holtz watercolor pencils. All right, people are saying a froggy. We'll go with the froggy. Now I'm hoping you can see this okay. The neck, the stretchy neck that I have my camera on is really tight. I don't know. I can probably try to pull it down. There's probably a command to bring my camera down. Should I try to bring my camera down? So what I'm thinking is, now Dee Dee does this all the time and it works well. She uses watercolor. Sometimes she uses Neo 2s. I'm thinking I'm going to use my Tim Holtz watercolor pencils. Leah, good morning. To try to base coat in, if you will, some color, and then hopefully make this go a little quicker. This I don't have to be too particular about, and I'm not going to worry too much about getting out of the lines too much, because I'm going to go back in and color my background in with my acrylic paint. Like I said, that won't be done today, but this generally moves along your coloring project if you can base coat some colors in and then just go back in and um, do your shading and highlighting and whatnot. So if you have any questions, if I'm trying to keep an eye on chat, and it looks kind of odd there. Yeah, I'm not sure. I was just looking around on the internet just a little bit today to see if I could determine how many books Jane F. Hankins has. And I think there are some places you might be able to get them for a reasonable price. When I bought mine, I did not get them for, well, I guess it was reasonable. They were a little, well, sometimes coloring books, adult coloring books are a little pricey. I have to say. All right, let's put a little bit of this maybe turquoise color on these little dragonflies. The dragonflies remind me of my dear Holly. My dear Holly, that says Holly. And that's a pretty color. Let's see what other colors Timmy's got going here. Let's see. Let's try. I think I want. Oh, I must like that green. Maybe this green. Let's try this green for the little tadpoles. Let's just block in some color. And then I'm going to take a water. I didn't get a water brush out. I'm just going to use a regular brush with water. And blend this out so it looks a little better. This one's got his eyes shut. So, what's everybody else up to? I was working on a journal inspired by Amity Bloom and made all my pages, made my cover, and discovered that quite a few of my pages wouldn't fit because I was a little chinchy on the cover. So now I'm working on a bigger cover to hold all my fun pages. So now I've got the kitchen counter involved, which kind of, I think, stresses out my husband a little bit. But, oh, icy? Oh, Gail. Yeah, it's rainy here. We have a little cord that we can hook, I almost said our old dog's name. Oh my gosh. Hook Jenny on. Jacqueline's organizing. Cool. Oh, you're going to be babysitting the grands? That's wonderful. Peggy says, I'm having my old stamp group. Oh, my goodness, that's fun, Peggy. First time we'll be getting together since oh, that's so great. I'm working on creating a card we can make together. Oh, how fun. Even just the idea of having a stamping group, a stamping buddies that come. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I don't mean to stress it. He doesn't like anything on the kitchen counters. And I'm like, what are they for? It's the whole stuff. So I'll clean it up probably today. Yeah, that sounds like, man, I would love to have a group of friends that came on a regular basis to do art. Oh my goodness. Anywho, the Hubs wants everything off the counters. So he's been very good, but I'm sure it stresses him out. So it's only been a couple of days, but I've got all my table surfaces and everything's covered with, my treasures. So if I have to spread out to cut fabric and that do that kind of thing, I need to use the kitchen counter. So he hasn't said anything yet. So I guess so far I'm okay. All right. So now I want the mama frog to be the same type of coloring. So, and I want her tummy to be lighter. So I'm just going to quickly list. And you know what? I don't know that I have to put this much color down because once I hit it with the water, it's going to react like watercolor. So I'm just going to try to scribble. Let's get some in here on her cheeks. Oh, she's wearing pearls. Let's make her the same color as the babies. I see some Linka Stella in her future because she's the queen. Becky, I don't know how to react with actual people. We had our life group a couple weeks ago here. Ron's going to another member's house tonight for dinner. Gosh, I hope he remembers he's got to make a dessert. Anyway. Anyway. We've been around people. Our dog doesn't know how to act around people. Downside, I really need to. Yeah, well, it was funny. It's mostly years ago when we were still in Pennsylvania. If I wanted anything done or something changed, like a room painted or maybe new curtains in the kitchen or anything like that, like we talked about that kind of stuff, but it kind of was always like on the back burner. But if I said, oh, well, how about if we have a picnic or how about if we do this? And he'd get his rear in gear and he would get that done. So that was like really cool. He gets a lot done anyway. He's never sitting still. I mean, he's got geraniums growing in the bedroom because He wants to be ready for spring. It's crazy, I know, but I'm thinking her bubbles I'll do blue. And I got to decide on a color for that lily pad. Now, I think I want her spots to be a brighter green. So I'm just going to color some of that in. Now, I'm really going to town here. Well, I wish I could blame my laziness with cleaning on the pandemic, but truth is, oh look, I forgot his foot. Truth is, I've never been a laser beam with the cleaning. I clean as needed. And at this stage of our life, I keep saying to him, well, I have some health, well, I have some physical issues that limits. Now, I have been feeling better overall since my gut health experience diet. Um, and he's healthy. He can move. He can still bend over, get down on his knees, and get up. All that jazz. I have bad knees, the whole. But I'm like, at this stage of our life, why don't we just have somebody come in, even if it's just once a month, and then we can spruce up in between, but have them come in and do the floors and all that jazz. So far, I haven't won that battle. It's not a battle. I haven't won that approval of that idea. I think with my mom, and like maybe with just that older generation, she was like mortified if you wanted to have anybody come in and clean the house. Just totally mortified. And my husband's okay. I don't know if his colors have. Yeah, they all have me. This is the crushed olive. Let's see what this looks like on the. It's pretty close to the greens. I'm going to put it in. Um, my husband's cousin's wife, her mom, was mortified when she suggested somebody come in and clean the house. Nobody's coming in to clean my house. I think it sounds like a great idea. Yeah, well, sometimes, after they're there a little bit, they're not a stranger anymore. You just have to get past those first couple of. Now, when I worked at the Bible college, I worked with several individuals who had been on the field as a missionary, and they were in different countries, and they it was normal, it was routine for people to have a housekeeper come in. And my mom fought us tooth and nail to have someone come in. We're like, Mom, we're all getting older. Well, that's not bad. If that's all you butt heads on, that's pretty good. All right, so let's see. Let's use a nice light blue for these bubbles. And then I can add some darker blue. I'm trying to decide what color, maybe a light purple, that I want to do for my dragonfly wings. They're kind of like turquoisey green and purple, when you see them like that holograph. Shannon was talking about a holograph colors the other day. Oh, okay, Gail. Just one of the things. Oh, that's funny. Thanks for straightening me out on that. That's cute. Very cute. My husband was trying to decide yesterday. My friend Jane, who was my maid of honor years ago, made this cheesecake. It was delicious, and it wasn't like a New York cheese. It was fluffy, and you make it in a spring form pan. The bottom is a um, graham cracker crust. Angie's not here, is she? I hate to talk about stuff like this when Angie's here, because she's doing so good with her diet. And then you took lady fingers and split them and then put them around the edge of the springform pan. And then you made the cheesecake fluffy stuff and put in there, refrigerated it for several hours. And, it was just light and fluffy. And that's the kind of cheesecake my husband likes. Oh, I never heard of a Japanese cheesecake. I'm sure I would love it. I'm sure I would love it. And so he was talking about making that, and then he makes this other. This is kind of, what color is this? Oh, this is a speckled egg. Maybe I'll do that for the wings. Um, of course, we don't have the ingredients for that. And the other thing he likes to make is a raspberry braid. And he makes the dough in his bread machine and then takes it out, and cuts it in, I guess, three. And I don't know where he puts the raspberry, but then he braids it all together. It gives a very nice presentation. And what color? I guess I should do that pink, the water lily. I'll do the water lily pink. And for that, he does have the ingredients, except he didn't have the seedless raspberry jam that you need. Um, I'm going to have to look up that Japanese cheesecake. But he had apricot jam, and I said, well, that would be good. And he was just going on and on. I said, this shouldn't be that hard if you have the ingredients. He's like, I know, it shouldn't be this hard. But sometimes he gets caught up in the minutia of. I'm like, if you don't want to go to the store, the decision is made. I said the apricot, but he wanted the raspberry. Dang, Ron. Yeah. So just go get the raspberry then. I don't think he's a fan of apricot. Anyway, nothing's made, so I guess he's going to do the braid when he gets home from running errands. Still trying to help our neighbor get her day-to-day things back in order, so he's got to return some things. Yeah, I mean, it is really good. It's a really good recipe. And he likes to bake. Well, he likes to cook too. All right, so I need some kind of a different green, I think, for the lily pads. Maybe I'll go, but I don't think I used this one yet. Peeled paint. Oh, I love peeled paint. He's a very nice guy. He's helping her with some of her financial stuff, and then she got a better price on her TV and phone and stuff, so there's things to be returned. Equipment, if you can believe it, they won't come get their equipment. She has to send, I mean, she's a shut-in. So that's part of what his errands are today. Get that all squared away for her. Okay, Mary, thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. It's nice to see you. Enjoy your day. Okay. Now, generally, I don't do this a lot. I usually just straight pencil, color pencil my pages, except for the backgrounds, because usually I'm sitting in my comfy chair. So I don't usually mess around with, water and stuff like that. But I'm trying to move this on a little bit. So I have a jug of just plain water. I'm just going to take a little brush and then I'm going to start adding water, however you other folks. Hey, Martha, how are you this morning? Good morning. This may not look a whole lot different, but it will blend. Look, I'm already dripping water. It will blend these colors. Now, like you said, she had on the one book, the cover of the one book, that it's 80-pound paper. Feels heavier to me, but she would know, so I'm not going to argue. But it's very nice weight paper. Of course, it's not watercolor paper. And I'm not using a ton of water. And I'm not sure if you can really even see what's going on here. But then I'll take my heat tool and dry the pages and then come back in with my color pencils. Now, I'm not real concerned, like I said, about getting out of the lines here because I'm going to come back in with some kind of acrylic paint. I don't know what color frog eyes are. I guess they can be whatever. It's whimsical. I'm just going to kind of drag this green into her eyes if I can. Maybe some from here. Yeah, it's a different shade. That'll work. Now this is kind of the color in her spots is kind of blending with the color of her legs and stuff, and that's okay. That's good. I think that's good. Does anybody in chat like to color? I know it's not for everybody. I'm addicted. I forget what color I did the spots, but that's really you do, Martha? Oh, cool. Do you like to color anything? I mean, Dee Dee is so good. She colors anything. Okay, Gail. Thanks for coming in, Gail. You have a great day yourself. Oh, you do? Shannon? Yeah, see, mandalas really don't hold too much interest for me. I'm a little bit of a coloring snob. I like this whimsical stuff and I like faces. Joyce, you're probably better at it than you think you are. Oh, do you? Okay, that's interesting, Martha. See, I like the details. My nephew's girlfriend, I mentioned this before in a stream. He got her a large set of Prismacolor pencils for Christmas. So I'm thinking maybe I'll have a coloring buddy there, but I don't really see them that much because they're in PA and we're in Jersey. So I'm not sure about that, but that was exciting for me. Nobody else in my family is really interested in. Oh yeah, that makes sense, Martha. Okay, let's blend these over here. Now, in the past, I would have gotten out my Neo 2s, and I could have done that, but my Tim Holtz watercolor pencils were right here. So, ah, sometimes I hold my brush a little too lightly, and it goes flying. Oh, okay, that's cool. Let's get some of these guys here. I should just go right over their eyeballs. And this is nice. Hers are nice. Well, the big ones are a little hard when I'm sitting in my chair, in front of the TV. But this one's nice because they're sturdy. The paper's sturdy. The book is sturdy, and I can hold it on my lap. I have a little tray, but that's covered with a lot of paraphernalia, if I'm honest. Um, color pencils and scissors and all that jazz. I don't really have room to put and it's up kind of high. This I can hold on my lap, and it's easier for me to color that way. Now, sometimes I'll take just a large brush and watercolor and just paint, like, if it's an underwater scene, I might just paint a light blue. Hi, Candy. Good morning. Oh, yeah, that's a cool color. I could use a bigger brush here, but let's go this way. I'm using a little more water in this area. The thing with the water, well, even with the acrylic, I have to go back maybe and do a second coat when I do it because I just don't get an even coat and then I'm not satisfied. But definitely with the watercolor, I don't, in a large area, I don't really get a nice even coat. All right, I don't think I did the pink. Let's blend that in. Okay. Takes time. It takes time. Put that brush there. I'm going to use my heat tool for a little bit. Dry this up so that I can come in with my color pencils. Not have an issue. Some of it dried on its own. Okay, now her tummy is really bumpy, but I think that'll flatten out a little bit. All right, I've got my pencils back here. Don't judge me. Please don't judge me. I use the Tim Holtz watercolor pencils. They're called Distressed Watercolor Pencils. My daughter's family gave these to me for Christmas last year, I think. No, it's been a couple of years. Gave them to me. So I think there's 4 sets maybe. So I could quickly color that in and then put the water on it to give me the watercolor base. Of course, you've got different options you could, go with if you wanted to do the watercolor, but I thought that would be better. Then I could just color them in and then hit it with the water. And okay, I'm going to pick out some colors I think I'm going to be needing. So this is my favorite. We'll pull that out. And I need some darker. See, this is what having a puppy is like. Because sometimes mommy drops things she doesn't realize she drops. And I want my chartreuse for sure. And maybe this spring green, okay. Did I already pulled a lime peel? I think I'm going to need a darker green. That might be marine. I like marine green. I have their dark green, but no, this is a peacock. Okay. Maybe I don't have. Fabric in your coloring box, no problem. These are Derwent, different brand. Derwent Color Soft. I found these in, I think it might have been Joanne Fabrics on their clearance. They're a pretty nice pencil. I'm looking for a darker, or maybe a dark blue, maybe an indigo. I'm not seeing my dark green. I wonder if I can. Might need that indigo. Do some darker. Yeah, puppy teeth mark. She finds everything. Everything. All right, so now I've got this little pencil sharpener. I haven't used this in a while either. I'm not sure how this is going to work. I may have to, it worked really good when I first got it, but then I don't know, maybe I don't know if the blade is done. Oh, that's a different kind of a point. I didn't bring out I lost one electric sharpener. Stopped working. Okay, so this is chartreuse Prismacolor. I'm going to put that towards the back of my spots on my frog. Yeah, usually you can replace the blade, but I didn't pull this one apart. It may just be me, as oftentimes it is. So I'm just adding a little bit of extra color. I don't know if you guys can really see. Towards the left-hand side of these, and not the small ones. I'm coloring those in. But with that base down of that watercolor, I can go a little quicker. Now, green is my favorite color. So my favorite color in the Prismacolors is lime peel. I just love lime peel. So I think I might do the frog body in lime peel. Staying with the left-hand side. The smaller ones I'm just coloring in. Onto the bottom portion. Almost anything that I color, I find that I do the greens. Whatever I'm going to do green, I do that first. Except if I'm doing a face, I always like to do the face first. And sometimes I have to really fight myself to do the eyes a different color than green. And I'm just trying to come around the bottom of this lily. A little dark back in there. Coloring a little heavier towards where the lily flower meets the leaf, and then a lighter stroke. You do, Martha? Yeah, I love green. Our house in Pennsylvania, I wanted green shutters, dark green shutters. And the house was white, and my husband said, "But the neighbors are going to think we're copying them." I was like, "It's my favorite color. They're going to have to deal with it." This is lime peel. Let's give that a little. So now I want the lime peel a little darker around my spots. Yours is blue? I have a niece that likes blue. Charlotte, my granddaughter, liked blue for a while, and then she liked the yellow. I don't know if she's settled on a favorite color, but she's 9, so my mom's favorite color was blue. All right, so I'm just doing a heavier coat of this color in where she gives us, where the frog portions of the frog's body meets. It's a little darker. She kind of gives you lines there. Just making it a little darker there and then just going lighter. I'm trying to come around these spots to try to make them stand out a little more by adding a little extra pressure with that color around the spots. And I've said this before. I mean, I don't know really a lot about perspective and, checking your light source. Oh, this is olive green. Let's try this in the darker areas. I just color it the way I like it to look. So now I'm coming in with that darker color. I usually try to pick out 3 colors, 3 of the same, tone, like 3 greens. So we've got the lighter watercolor down. Use the green peel and then real tight next to the outer lines, putting in a little bit of this olive green. And then I usually come back over with that medium color and bring it out. And try to blend them together. And then, of course, more pressure, the darker the color you want, and then a lighter pressure. Where you want it to blend and fade out into your other color. Now, I think I might use some of those new markers I have. To create some highlights. I want it real dark underneath this spot. Spot. So you won't believe what arrived in the mail yesterday. My husband's passport. Oh, I need to find my white pencil. This could be a challenge. This could be a challenge. Oh, is that white? Yes. Woohoo. Let's see. When Dee Dee uses her white, man, you can really see it pop. I don't really see it pop for me. Yes, one step closer. Actually, he was asking me where my bonus son lives. I think he was looking at some Airbnb places. So I think we're really going to go. Woo-hoo. The idea is you don't want to really see a line, where your one color starts and ends. Sometimes I use a dark gray to go in and deepen the green because, to tell you the truth, I mean, I really love prism colors, probably because they're the first nice color pencil set that I got. And I'm just used to them, and I know the colors and what they do and how they work. Um, but I'm not crazy about their dark green. It's more of a blue green. They don't have a dark, to me, like yellow green. So sometimes I'll even use this indigo, although that's blue. So I think I would like a gray in here to kind of even deepen that darker spot. This is really needs my electrical. Yeah, so the pencil sharpener that I really liked died, and I had my son-in-law looked at it, my husband looked at it, and they couldn't save it. But a little while back, my son was helping a buddy clean out his garage, and he was throwing out a bunch of stuff. And his buddy was getting rid of. I thought I had it. Oh, here it is. Was getting rid of an old pencil sharpener, electric pencil sharpener. I forget what brand. Man, it works great, but I keep that out by my comfy chair so I can easily sharpen when I need to. So the hard part, I think, there's several things that I want to do when we go on our trip that I want to do and see with my husband because I don't think I will ever get him to go again. We have one of those in our basement. Dad attached it to one of the poles down by our steps down into the basement. Gosh, that was there for a lot of years. It might still be there. My niece has the house now. Who knows? It might still be there. Work like a charm. When we'd run down the steps and crank our pencils sharp. Now this is really dark in here. Let's get a little. Maybe I should make her eyes blue. I don't remember ours jamming too much. I wonder if, what's Peggy saying? Joyce, I have one too. I have a collection of old school box sharpeners in a glass jar. I have a sharpener that I keep in my bedroom. It looks like a lamp. I should go get that sometime and show you guys. And my dad had it. And when I saw that in my mom's house and I picked it up, she said, "You can have that." She said, "You just have to promise me you'll never give it away, get rid of it." I'm like, okay. Like, okay. It sharpens really well. I don't know why my dad had it. I guess he thought it was cute. I don't know. I packed up some stuff in my bedroom. I don't think it's sitting on my bureau anymore. I think it's in a box. At one point, we thought our son was going to have to come live with us for a little bit till he found an apartment, but then they found an apartment real quick, last minute. So I think it's packed in a box. Okay, so I'm trying to go around the crease in her nose. Try to make that stick out a little bit. In Murray's membership group, we're asking members different questions to try to get to know each other. And if you'd like to find out what that's all about, you need to go and visit the Mary Altier channel. And one of the questions is, do you have any collections? So I'm interested to see what some of us are interested in collecting. I think I'm going to make her lips this dark green. I should pull out a gray, get a dark gray. Just going to do some shading. She's starting to shape up a little. Let's see what color this is. This is, I'm not sure. I don't think this is marine. This might be Mousse Verte. I don't know. Peggy's my kind of girl. Not enough time to explain or share all her collections. Maybe I should do that as a live one time, my collections. Let's see. Of course, I have tons of buttons. But I don't really consider them a collection. But I have buttons that are like, like years ago, if you went and gave blood, the Red Cross might give you a little cross, and it has that little like tie tack. It's not a tie tack type of pin on the back. I have those kinds of buttons that I really love and have collected. I would like to get them into some kind of a journal, but I haven't thought of a best way to do that. Yeah, I guess I do. I guess I collect the art supplies too. That's a very good point. Do you have one, Peggy? And there's a little red dress. I think that's a Red Cross button. There's Judy. Hello, Lori, and all you happy people. And seeing the picture, I giggled. We have a bar here called the Tippy's Toad. Ribbit, ribbit. This is a Jane Hankins, Jane F. Hankins coloring book, Judy. All right, so let me see. Oh, I really kind of put, okay, this is kind of a nice blue. Maybe I'll do that blue, and then I need something darker. And then I think I need a dark gray. Judy, you doing okay? Let's see, let's just use this one. I have a hard time. Cool gray, and this is 70%. That's pretty dark, okay. Oh. I thought it was a better idea to start keeping my pencils in the case to try to limit how many I drop so the little urchin doesn't get them. I also really like, I got to do something on her cheeks. I also really like the dark purple in the Prismacolors. And I use that a lot to deepen the reds. Probably should do a little highlight here if I can. All right, let's see how this blue looks. This might be a nice bubble blue too. Let's see. Blue. See, I hate when I grind them down so far and then I lose their name. I'm such a name person. But see, I have the number there. I have these swatched. Oh, you're okay? Good. Yeah, my husband came in yesterday, I guess, after taking the dog out, one of her little scurries outside. He's like, "Ooh, it's cold out there." Yeah, it's rainy here today and over. Actually, right now it's a little brighter than it was, but it's not. It's not a sunshiny day. Okay, I'm just put that light blue in there, and I'm just adding a little darkness here. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Just a little bit on each side. And then we'll add a little bit of white to the top. Adding a little chartreuse to this side of her eyeball. It might come out a little bit more with that dark her nose. Trying to go a little faster so we can maybe see how she's going to look overall. Judy said we have a drizzle overnight, so they had us on weather alert in case of freezing and black ice. Oh yes, but the areas I worked in last night, no ice at all. Oh good. More snow predicted this week and temps around 16. That sounds like the temps that Kellyanne's been having in Maine. I don't know if they're predicting any snow here. I know it sure felt like snow the other day. Whew. You do, Candy? You're above me. You're pretty close to New York, aren't you, Candy? I know Laura is. I have to get a hold of Laura. I haven't seen Laura to get a hold of her. See how she's doing. Yeah, I don't like ice. And keep the top of the bubble area here on the. I'm just trying to think what color I want to put. Several snow days a week, they canceled school. Oh, you're 10 miles from the George Washington. Okay. And Laura is an hour west. Okay. How about that? All right. Now, where does the Tappan Zee come in? Is the Tappan Zee west of the George Washington? I know we've been over both. She's closer to PA. Okay. Just got little flicks there on her cheeks. I'm just wondering, well, we'll see how it looks. I'm thinking about putting some salmon. I usually use salmon. Let's see. Peggy said I use the Tappan Zee Bridge when driving to Boston, a bit longer, but stress-free compared to the George Washington. All right, Tappan Zee is north of, okay. Yes, I'm using Prismacolors, Judy. I'm trying to think what I want to do the belly. I guess I'm going to have to go yeller. Going to have to do some yeller. Let me find my. I might need some orange. Um, let's see. This is the salmon, which is a nice cheek color. And I really like their, but I don't see that. I really like their vermilion. This is a vermilion. How good am I? There's a vermilion. Like to deepen the color. So let's see if I can get a little bit of peach on this mama frog here. It doesn't look too bad. That's a little bit of darker peach. Now I'm going to go over that with some white and blend those two a little bit. Blend that into her. Oh, that looks pretty cute. Blend that into her cheek. Not much, but just a little. Just a little. Thank you, Judy. Okay. And then some white. Now let's do some of these bubbles. I'm really curious as to what this is. I don't know if I have I'm looking on my shelf to see it where I have a book that has, oh, that might be it. Hold on, where I have all my swatches. Well, most of my swatches. I haven't swatched my new markers in this book. I should probably think about doing that. I like having my colors swatched. So I just designated this book. Oh, Judy, you're welcome. So my Neo Colors, Prismacolors. And what number am I looking for? I'm looking for 1024. Hopefully it's not a newer one that 1024 blue slate. Okay. So this is a grid little journal book. And then I just made my tabs of my different, see, here's my oxides. Here's my Caran d'Ache. It's also good if you want to buy a pencil and you don't know if you have it, you can look in your swatched book. So I've been trying to keep everything in here. Like I said, my new markers I haven't put in here. Then I've got my watercolor, and hands and all in here. My Jane Davenport little tins are so confused. I wish Jane had put the names of her palettes on the bottom of her tin because I think that would be helpful. Here's my polychromos. So you get the idea. This works for me. And then if I'm ever curious, I can go back and look. Inktense blocks, haven't done them. It might be too late for that. I'm not sure I still know what those colors are. I'll have to look it up online. But you can get a lot in one of these books. Liquid chalk. Anybody know what to do with liquid chalk? Well, I bought that whole lot of supplies from that lady in North Jersey. I guess she was in North Jersey. She said, take those too. Oh, and me being the, art hoarder, I took them. Okay, so I'm not sure I want to do all of the bubbles the same. So I think I'll do some in like a teal, and then the rest of them I'll start with this. Okay, Martha. Hey, it was nice to see you. Have a great day. Okay. Hope to see you again. All right. So I'm going to try to avoid, not going to try to avoid, I am going to avoid in these bubbles. They've got the little highlight mark. So I'm going to skip around. And start putting in some of the slate blue on some of these. Let's just do a little area. This one I'll do all the way. Let's do this guy out here. Until we meet again. So these are my newer markers. So I'm going to get that out. My white highlight. I think I'm going to want that. And then I am going to pull out some. See, this is how I get in trouble when I'm sitting in my comfy chair. I start pulling out all these colors, and then I sit them all over my chest and use that like a little area to hold my colors. And this is how silly I am. One day I woke up, I thought, boy, I'm uncomfortable. And I had a pencil in my bra. It went down into my bra. Mm-hmm. Well, what else would one use their cleavage for? I mean, really. Okay, so then I've pulled out some of my teal. So let's start with a lighter teal. I'm going to start out with my lighter teal first. And these other bubbles in this area that I didn't color in. Tiny bubbles. I could probably put some pink in there too, right? You know how they're kind of iridescent? Of course, I keep pulling out my treasure hunt. Yeah, I wish. Okay, let's get this little guy. I'm seeing right here, I think that's her cheek that I missed. See right there? Right in there. So let's put a little green in there. I can go back and darken that up. All right, so then I'm going to get my medium tealish color, which is, I think, an aqua. Oh, this is called turquoise. Maybe I don't want that one. Let's get the aqua. Yeah. And I'm going to do the same kind of idea, just that outside edge where I want the bubble to be a little darker. So just starting to build the color. Maybe under the little highlight a little bit. Oh, see, that's the problem you have when you hold your book. It just now, Kathy Arbor says, Lori, you can erase. Do I have an eraser? Clean eraser. You can erase color pencil if you can find your eraser. I know I have a grungy one in here. Let's see. I don't want to make a grunge mark. See, this is all dirty from my pencils, but I don't want to. So now what I'll do is I'll take my, if I can, I moved so many things out of, here we go, out of the way. I'm going to cut a little bit of this off so I can get to some clean eraser. Whoop. I'm getting jazzed for the Super Bowl where our neighbors are coming over. We haven't really done anything like this in a while. I think it'll be fun. I do have a battery operated pencil somewhere, but that's not here. Shannon, I forgot you were here. I think they should share the wealth. Yeah, I don't have the Derwent, but I do have one. It's in a little pencil case around here somewhere, but all right. That worked just so. And then my deeper. Who's in the Super Bowl, Joyce? You're so cute. Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. If Kansas City wins, they'll be the first team to ever do 3 in a row. So that would be really nice for them, you know. But I want the Eagles to win. I'm for Philly. Shannon is for Kansas City. Big time. Big time. Shannon says Kansas City will be winning. And Kansas City's coach used to coach the Philadelphia Eagles. So that adds another twist to the dynamics of the game. So we'll see. Oh, you do, Joyce? She says she always watches the Super Bowl. I didn't follow baseball, football as well as I have in years past. And it may have been because I was so still mourning the horrible season the Phillies ended up having. Look, I'm putting white over top. Try to blend this a little better. I can't get that indigo sharpened. Now I can always come back, right, and add color or add something to these bubbles. I think a little pink might be nice. I do not understand football, so yeah, I don't necessarily understand it either, like some of their strategies and their blitzes and stuff, but that's okay. I know the basics enough for me to enjoy it. Let's see. I don't have much in pink. I don't think. There's a pink. What color pink is this? This is a deco. Man, I just wish they made these. Oh, see, rose beige. See, I don't want that. I don't want that. This is a blush pink. I think that'll work. Here's a little Derwent pink, blush pink, two blush pinks. Hey, Kel. Hi. How are you? How are you this morning? Is it still morning? Let's add a little pink in here. See what happens. Might turn purple. I'm going to blend this with my white. I need that slate blue again. Let's come back. So, Shannon, you were talking about true crimes, right? And your gang that watches true crimes. So I thought, well, let me see what that looks like. And I just asked my television, true crimes. I don't know. I think I'd be too scared to watch true crimes. Is there one particular show that you watch? I mean, it just looked like scary. Look like scary stuff. Now, somehow it looks like I got a lot of teals. So I don't know if I lost my way there figuring out. Let's see if I can get some dark in that one. All right, let's see if it makes a big difference. Most crimes are scary. Well, that's true. But see, like I could watch it every day, all day. Midsummer Murders. It's in set in the UK, and between their accents and they're solving murders, but to me they're not so much. They're not like scary. I love Tom Barnaby. I don't know that that really pops, but I think I need to add some. I might look up a bubble and just see, and then add another highlight. Let's put a little highlight here on her eye. What time it's getting to be? How's everybody doing? You getting weary of me doing this? Putting a little highlight there on her nose. See, and then I can come back in here and highlight her spots. Spit spot. I like really dark pupils. Get my new grabby marker. Let's get some dark in there. And then I'll get a highlight in there. It might look better. All right, I'm going to try, because this eye is finished, I'm going to go ahead and, wait a minute, I'm going to put my other glasses down. I'm going to use this new marker to do these eyelashes. Now we're going to try a highlight. Yeah, that doesn't work for me. I can't wear the progressives. They make me feel sick. And I'm definitely a weirdo. Okay, so you can see where I'm going with the bubbles. I'm going to use the gold Wink Estella on her crown. I guess I could do that. And then, of course, I'm going to make this lily pink. Where's that blush? Let's get some of this Prisma blush on that flower. And then I'm going to go in with, yeah, my husband couldn't get used to them. He wears, but he can wear the bifocals. I can't wear them either. I was taking them off all the time because I couldn't walk. So he's like, well, you have to just wear them and get used to it. And I'm like, yeah, it's not worth it to me. I'd rather just switch. So now I have all the lenses, and then I have very, very glasses. Oh, you do, Dar? They work good for you? I think that's what our daughter has when her lenses aren't in. All right, so just scrubbed in some pink there. So see now with the um, Prismas, I know I want my processed red and I want mulberry. Here's a mulberry. Now I need a processed red. I try to keep these as organized as I can. Oh, this is a pretty color, but that's more purple. I think that's the dahlia. See, where did my processed red go? Here it is. Here it is. I find it. You wear progressive, Peggy? My mom did the bifocals too. My dad did. I just have motion issues along with along with everything else. Arr. Okay, so with the lily, I want to just come in and start building up my color. So I'm going down into the little crevice, where all the petals meet, where it would be darker, and start building in some contrast. I might do that all dark over there, darker down here. Yeah. Geez, Ange, I was talking about you earlier. You're a busy girl. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. What you got going on, Ange? I'm going to do dark on that back one. Always good, Ange. I was talking about food, and I didn't want to be telling the story if you were in to have you be tempted. Okay, let's sharpen this a little bit. So this is the mulberry. So now I'm kind of come back in those areas where I put the processed red, but I'm going to do this real tight, like not out as far, because I don't want to cover up the processed red I put in there. I should have gotten my dark purple. So the dark purple will be even deeper. I had to come to set up eye surgery. Oh, I don't know what time they'll call. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So just doing the one eye, right? All right, I should have gotten it out. See if I can find this guy's in the wrong place. Raisin Noir? That's kind of, this isn't it either. I always think Tuscan Red is the dark purple. I get those two confused. My dark purple might be by my chair. And if it is, that will be very sad. I could use, well, I don't really want to use that. This guy needs to go back here. Black raspberry, not a fan of that one either. I bought another bigger case to put all my extras in. I think that's where a lot of these are. Look, these guys, there wasn't enough room for these, so I must have colors out somewhere. Okay, Ange, send me an email, Ange, when you know what time. Well, if you have time to think about it, you might not have time to think about it. That was kind of selfish. I'll just pray for you. That dark purple is such a good blending color. I guess I'm gonna just try the oh, maybe I should just try a darker red. I don't even see I wonder what I have where I have oh, I have different like coffee mugs sitting on my little tray that's by my table. I guess that's where all my good red shading colors are. Let's do this one. This is Crimson Lake, I think. This might work. Just give me a little more of a deeper. Just put a little bit in there. I can come back in with my dark purple. Now I'm going to blend with the white. I don't always blend with the white, but sometimes it just seems like a good idea. My daughter's sister-in-law, she's an art major, She was an art major, and she's an art teacher with one of the local school districts in Pennsylvania. Actually, I think she'd really like to be a curator, and she went to Oxford and studied and has whatever degree you need to be a curator. So that's kind of cool. But she's the one that told me about blending with the white pencil. And then I'm going to take my little. Yeah, that I feel like I did the blending pencil when I first started to color seriously as an adult. And when I started to watch Dee Dee, she kind of talked me out of it. And I think rightfully so. So I mostly blend with the pencils. Oh, don't listen, Kimberly. Don't listen. Or if you can just do one, can you just get one? Are you that kind of a gal? See, I'm not a one candy gal. Today's only the 6th. You make a very good point. So if I'm getting candy for the grands, I can't get it too far ahead because I will eat it all before. That probably could look a little better. Kimberly, you and I would be good friends. When I worked at the courthouse, we had, I forget how many attorneys and county detectives, and then we had secretaries. I mean, we had a whole pool of secretaries, so there had to be at least 15 of us. And some of these little girls, oh my gosh, they'd go down to the vending machines. The vending machines were on the first floor. They'd go down to the vending machines and they'd get their little candy bar. This just always blew my mind. Come back to their desk, unwrap it, take one bite, put it in their desk, and maybe not take another bite till Monday. Okay? I'm like, are you kidding me? And they're like, what? And I'm like, I've had that whole bar gone in like 20 minutes. Are you freaking kidding me? Well, I like chocolate okay, but I mean, I like what's in the middle too. All right, this is my gold Wink Stella. I could highlight this too, I think. So, of course, I have a lot left to do on here, but I just find her pages really fun. Certainly imaginative. You think, Dar? Oh, thanks for saying that. I'm thinking I was, not normal. Okay, I'm flipping. I'm flipping. Thank you, Candy. So that's her crown. So, okay, I'm at 2 hours. I need to go to the potty, and I don't know how long anyone can tolerate watching me color. So, I guess I will skedaddle, go get some lunch. I'm seeing the sparkles of this Winkestoa. Look how beat up it. I've had this forever. These last a long time. A long time. I just love my Winkestellas. Anyway, so I don't know when I'll work on this again because I got to get back to that journal on my kitchen counter. That's driving me. I'm blaming it all on Jacqueline. She's discovered this Amity gal. Oh my gosh, here's my pages. Here are my pages. So these are my pages. Where's my cover? My cover that doesn't fit. Oh, there it is. So here are my pages. Okay. And then here's my cover. But because I made so many pages, my cover's short. I know I could take some of the pages out, but I worked long and hard on these pages and they're cute. It's hard to take some out. And if I take some out, it's so small. So I'm going to do different pages for this cover, and I'm making a new cover. So there you have it. That's what I'll be working on this afternoon because it just has my brain occupied. I know some of you may be like me. It's just like you have to get it out of your brain. You know, you have to work on it to get it out of your brain, get those ideas and stuff. So that's what I'll be doing. So, yes, stay warm. And please, if there's black ice, what is important? Don't go out. Just don't go out if they're reporting ice and black ice. Okay? Just don't do it. Oh, thanks, Kimberly, for putting in Jacqueline's link. Kel, you stay put, Kel. Okay, we all should probably have enough canned goods and stuff on our shelves not to have to go out in ice and snow. A lot of us are, elderly or knocking at the door, right? Okay. So stay safe, stay warm, and don't forget, take time to be creative. Enjoy the journey. Oh, you know what? Yeah, enjoy the journey. So I'll see you next time, which for me, it's going to be Sunday. I was thinking, oh, I can't do Sunday because of the Super Bowl, but the game's not till late. So I'll be on Sunday for sure, and we'll get together and hang out and catch up with each other. Okay? All right. Love you, girls. Thanks for coming in. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.